Welcome, subject 13. Don't worry. You can hear me, but you can't see me. And that is perfectly normal. How do you feel?
Not great.
No. You have simply been on a long
Journey? What journey?
We'll come to that later, subject 13. Tell me, instead, what you last recall.
I jumped in the river to put an end to it all.
What a waste that would have been. Such intelligence is yours. Whatever made you do it?
Listen, all these questions about me. Do we know each other?
Yes, and no. But for the time being, that is not an issue. Let us move on to the psychomotor tests. Please follow the instructions. Perfect, subject 13. Now that you have regained all your faculties, I'm sure we'll form a great team.
A team? What are you talking about? And where the hell are we?
Please, calm yourself. You are in your new home. It'll take time to get used to this, subject 13. You will receive instructions as we go along.
Stop calling me that. I have a name. Franklin. Franklin Fargo.
Names mean nothing here, subject 13. Good. You're doing very well.
It was easy. But I'm getting pretty tired of your fun and games.
Come, come, come. A mind like yours must love stimulation. But don't get too comfortable. Things will soon get complicated. Let's see what you think of this first challenge.
What choice do I have?
Life is only a matter of choice and probability, Subject 13. We simply have to learn to adapt to the consequences. You do know the game tic-tac-toe?
Like everyone, I guess.
Then it will be a piece of cake. The aim here is to inverse the usual rules. You have to press 6 buttons, but never form a complete line. It certainly shouldn't pose any problem to such a brilliant researcher as yourself.
Ex-researcher.
Very impressive.
If you say so.
Let's see a little enthusiasm, Subject 13. Remember that as well as the pleasure of intellectual stimulation, the reward will match your endeavor.
October 29th, 2010. Dear team, following yesterday's events, the violent incidents involving the locals have reached a new low. I advise you to adopt the greatest caution. Do not go out unless you absolutely have to, and never unarmed.
September 15th, 2006. Hexacorp soon understood the advantages to be gained from Tau energy. The least they could do was entrust me with managing the project. Our work camp has been under construction for 2 months now.
I bring tidings both good and bad for you, Subject 13. Which would you like to hear first?
Let's get the bad news out of the way.
I should have been totally honest with you. There is a lot of bad news. The first is that the island's former occupants have blocked all the exits to the complex. And the second is they were then brutally massacred.
Give me the good news.
You may be imprisoned in this complex, but you are in total security on this island.
And didn't you say there was good news?
Don't be so negative, Subject 13. You have to find a way out of here. Look around you. Maybe there are interesting clues to be found.
April 15th, 2012. How can I explain what happened? A false move? A short circuit? Suddenly the machine started up by accident while I was checking the translation module circuit boards. There was a huge noise and bright lights, and I lost consciousness for a few moments. Everything was my fault. If only I had waited for her return from lunch, the accident would probably never have happened. The upshot is,